Quantic Media.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to this 1 vs 1 ladder game that we got going on. This is part 2 between QxGiNkA and coLstalife. So if you have not seen part 1, there will be a link at the bottom of the video, so go ahead and click on that so you don't miss anything. And without any further ado, let's go ahead and jump back into this game. When we left off, we saw a push from StarCraft, and Inca actually did a decent job holding it off. Let's just take tabs of things really quick. Inca has 61 units killed to the 31 of StarCraft, so definitely on the forefront of actual army engagements. And what else can I look at? The income tab looks like StarCraft is ahead 72 to 60 there, so definitely looking good on that economy. His money is pretty decent right now. Let's actually look at that again. Yeah, 1,800, 1,900 on that mineral income, and about 900 on that gas to the 1,600, 700 of Inca. So StarCraft definitely ahead in that production. He has 4 bases. Actually, there could be an engagement coming up pretty soon here, so let's go ahead and commentate that. Actually, Inca coming forward with 5 High Templars, wants to do some damage to that bio army, but there are ghosts in this army, so he has to be careful not to get EMP'd. Inca going to be backing away. There's actually a drop. Actually, whoa, Reapers from StarCraft, so really cool play from StarCraft, getting some late game Reapers, doing some damage to the economy of Inca, focusing down a pylon, immediately making a beeline towards this mineral line, but looks like these cannons may be enough to hold that off. So StarCraft mixing in some Reapers to his late game unit composition to do some damage to the economy, I should say, of Quantic Gaming's Inca, and actually that was quite effective indeed. Let's look at the workers killed. 18 workers killed from StarCraft to the 6 of Inca, so StarCraft playing an incredibly good game thus far. He is maxed and his money is getting up there, 1,700, 1,300 I should say. So StarCraft ahead 198 to 188 supply. Might want to try to trade his army in the near future. Of course, you want to do an economic trade. Not a bad idea. I mean, when you're maxed and your opponent isn't, and you have all this influx of minerals and gas, never a bad idea to try to trade armies like, oh, Marines and Marauders for Colossi, or go for those Sentry, or go for those High Templar. But it looks like StarCraft coming forward with a drop, gonna do just that, throwing down an EMP on that Archon, and it melts immediately. And I'm not sure how effective this will be. Actually, Inca going to clean this up quite nicely, not losing too many units. I mean, he did take the supply lead right there, 182 to 170 after that engagement. But at the same time, StarCraft coming to the natural 4th of Inca, going to deny a couple of pylons here. No Nexus are yet down. At the same time, there are some Vikings trying to do some damage to the Colossi, but oh no, a storm comes down from QxGiNkA, doing a lot of damage to these Vikings, and they are in the extremely low health. Only 3 remain. 1 remains. Oh my gosh, all those Vikings are eliminated extremely easily. I'm not even sure if they got a kill. So Inca with some really good control there, and some not so good control from Inca, but keep in mind he does have 3 starports with reactors, so he can produce those Vikings 2 at a time, so we'll have to keep an eye on that production. But Inca finds himself in the supply lead after comfortably holding off that drop and killing a lot of those Vikings for free, so he is ahead 189 to 188. StarCraft actually trying to equalize that as I speak. Looking forward with those Stalkers is Inca, and StarCraft going to be fleeing away, does not want to engage this army because he doesn't have any Vikings whatsoever. Actually, here come 4 Vikings. Are there any more? Yes, more on the way, so he will have 6 in total, but it looks like Inca may want to engage here because StarCraft does not have as many Vikings as he would want right now. Inca coming forward with a lot of Zealots, Stalkers, Sentries, and Colossi. Force fields going down. A couple EMPs go down, but a lot of these units still have a lot of energy, and actually no more Vikings in the unit composition of StarCraft. Some storms go down, so Inca with some really good control here ahead, 145 to 141 supply, and all of his Colossus are still alive. Only 4 Vikings on the field for StarCraft, which I have to think Inca would be able to take care of that with Stalkers, and that's exactly what he does. Blinking up onto the high ground, targeting down a bunker, doing a lot of damage with this thermal lanced Colossi, melting the bio army of StarCraft. Inca ahead 123 to 113. Will StarCraft be able to hold this off? He still has so much gas to his name, and he has 4 bases to the 3 of his opponent. But Inca charging forward with so many Colossi, continuing to bring in those charge lots. Also has a few Stalkers still on the field to deal with those Vikings. And speaking of which, StarCraft rallying all his units to the main of his base, knows that if he can hold it off, he can come back in this game. Keep in mind, he is down 143 to 107 supply, but his money is incredibly high right now, and Inca going to make a beeline towards the natural 4th, I want to say, because he took his 3rd over here. So we'll call this the 4th base. Inca denying that, killing a lot of SCVs in the process. And StarCraft is not looking good, down 155 to 116 supply. Will this be enough from Inca to shut down the blue Terran player? And the Inca also saturating this forest, so getting his economy up and running will able to reinforce quite nicely. But oh my gosh, look at this. StarCraft has 2 bases over here, so don't count StarCraft out of this yet. Even though he lost a lot of his army and his natural and his 4th, he still has 2 mining bases over on the left side of the map here, trying to get that mineral income a lot higher because he has a lot of gas. And of course, if he wants to use all that gas, he needs some minerals as well, so focusing exclusively on those minerals, dropping all those minerals at the same time. Ooh, a DT coming forward from Inca to do some damage to these mineral lines, and actually that DT is going to do a lot of damage. There are no units to help against this, and well, SCVs and mules aren't really good to use against Dark Templars because mules don't even attack, and SCVs have a pitiful attack damage. Of course, that's why we tell them to do all the mining, because they would probably die in a battle, unless of course we're trying to tank damage. But of course, now I'm getting on a tangent. StarCraft coming forward has a pretty decent Viking count now, and plenty of Marauders and Ghosts, but will it be enough? Inca coming forward has an observer over the army of StarCraft, so we'll have decent vision of what's going on, trying to spread out his units into a nice concave, going to try to throw down some storms. No sentries to do any force fields, but that may be okay. Blinking forward with some Stalkers, trying to target down those Vikings, but an EMP goes down, hits some of these Stalkers, but will it be enough? Also a tactical nuke on the way from Complexity StarCraft, but the army of StarCraft is getting absolutely melted. Thermal Lance and storms just decimating the army, and a nuke does end up being canceled. So StarCraft backing up. He's still ahead in supply, 138 to 137, but I think that's a little bit misleading. Yeah, worker count 49 to 34. Let's look at the actual army count. Control A, I think, is the word. 103 army supply. So even an army supply, but Inca's army looks so much stronger right now. I'm not sure if I'm missing much, but some EMPs do go down. This could be the final engagement of the game. Some really good positioning from the Vikings of StarCraft, taking out a lot of those Colossi, but will it be enough? 3 Archons are doing so much damage to that bio army of Complexity StarCraft. These Stalkers are blinking forward, trying to take out these Vikings, and 1 Colossi will remain to deal with this army of StarCraft, and StarCraft's army is just getting decimated right now. Inca has so many units, and this could be the end, ladies and gentlemen. StarCraft has tried, but is losing all of his production. On this side of the map, we do have a drop with some medevacs, but will that be enough? I mean, I'm not so sure. Inca coming forward with the Colossi, throwing down a Dark Templar as well, along with 2 additional Zealots, and bringing forward the probes to deal with this, while at the same time feedbacking one of those medevacs, I should say, to death. And there's the GG from Complexity StarCraft. So Inca takes this game down again. This is a 1 versus 1 North American ladder game between 2 amazing Grandmaster players. Ladies and gentlemen, so I'm so happy that you watched this game. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, feel free to subscribe, do all that stuff. I have a Twitter now. Follow me on AxelToss. I do lots of live events, so definitely check me out there. I mean, I'll post on Twitter whenever. Is it post or is it tweet? I'll tweet on Twitter whenever I have a live event coming up, so you can definitely check me out there. But anyway, that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching.